Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Tuesday night at 8, so it is time for some stamp therapy. If you're on, give me a shout out, a like, or a love. Let me know. I'm going to jostle the camera for 1 second. I want to try to zoom in here a little bit. It's so funny because on my computer, it looked like I was really zoomed in. And now here, when I come into YouTube, I'm not zoomed in at all. So I'm seeing if I can fix that. There we go. A little bit better, right? Let's see. It's fighting me. See if that's any better. I think maybe a little bit. Hey, Carol, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, good. How are you? Did you have a good New Year's? All right, so we're going to do just a quick bit of housekeeping, and then we're going to hop right into our projects. I have this month's just cards to show you and just a couple reminders. The first reminder is the paper share, my paper share, where you get, oh, sorry, hold on 1 second. Oh my goodness, where you get all the pretty papers, right, in the mini catalog. I think it's like 96 sheets, 6x6 sheets. It's $37.50 plus $9 priority postage if we're mailing them to you. And that means you get 2 of every design in whether it be the 12x12 pack or the 6x6 pack, 2 6x6 sheets of every design. That way you don't have to make a choice, right? You can use both sides of the paper on a project and still have a few scraps left over to play with. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. You had a nice break. Well, I don't know if it was really a break. We did a lot of running and a lot of cleaning. It took us 4 days to clean my studio out. But we got a lot of stuff out of here, and I'm trying to bring some peace back into my life. So I'm letting go of more and more things that I was trying to hold on to. So it's all good. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to see everybody. Hi, Betty. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Verna. But yeah, so the paper share, tomorrow's the last day to sign up. I have to have your payment tomorrow as well, which is preferably via check or cash if you're local. So if you have not sent me your payment, reach out to me if you still want the paper share, because if I don't have the payment by the time I go to place the order on the 4th, then I will cancel the share for you. Okay. But yes, so you can still sign up for that. I'll drop the link in the description below the video when we're done here. As I said, tomorrow is the last day to register for that. And of course, tomorrow is the last day to order from the retiring fall or holiday catalog, as I like to call it. So there's still some great items left from the last chance list. Make sure you've gotten them because they will be gone forever if they are not on the carryover list after tomorrow night. Okay. And that means that on Thursday morning when we wake up, or if you're like me, you stay up to place your order at 2 a.m. in my time, the mini catalog and the celebration catalog will be live. So remember, during this time period, with every $50 in product or $100 in product, you're going to earn a free item out of the celebration catalog. And I think this is the most celebration items that I have seen in my 20 years as a demonstrator. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and some that I even missed the first time through. There's some embellishments. There's lots of designer series papers that coordinate with products in the mini catalog that you're going to want to get. And then there's a couple bundles that are going to be $100 requirement to get for free, but lots of good stuff in there. Of course, remember, there is a fabulous starter kit promotion happening during celebration. It is the glass mat, which is about a $60 value over and above all your other free, or not free, but all the other goodies that you get for the $99. And I got mine. I got it unboxed. That's about all further I've gotten with it. Just wasn't any time over the holidays. So I'll be playing with that and introducing you guys to that in the coming weeks. All right. And then remember, with a minimum $35 product order during the month of January, when you use my hostess code, which is right here for you, this is the new January host code, you earn my Just Cards class for free. Now, if you're long distance, we do ask for $4 to mail it to you, but it is 5 cards, and these are the cards that we are making for January. You can always purchase the class outright for $15. And you can come to the in-person class, which is always the second Wednesday of every month at 3 p.m. here in my house. Or, as I said, you can do a to-go when we will mail the kits to you, or you can do a porch pickup if you're not able to make the in-person class. So these are the cards, playing with lots of those pretty papers again. Masculine, feminine, birthday, thinking of you, thank you, sympathy, all the appropriate greetings that we always seem to need, right? So that is January's Just Cards class. And when your order hits $50 using that host code, you will receive a free pack of embellishments. And if you look at the cards closely, you can probably figure out what they are. They are the 22-24 in color embellishment for this time, for the January Just Cards class. And then I have one last thing. My goodness, I thought I had just a little bit, didn't I? I guess I had a little bit more. These are the 2 cards that we made together last time, right? The fun fold with the little bee. He's so cute from Be Mine. And then we brought in the online exclusive bundle with the little bear there. You're sweet as honey. And that's a little thank you card. And the winner of these is Thelma Angel. So Thelma, I don't know if I saw you hop on or not, but congratulations. And I'm going to write your name here, and I will bring them to you at Stamp Club if that's all right. And I do just, if you are long distance or local, I do have stamp clubs that run on a monthly basis. If you're interested in doing something on a monthly basis, I have them here in my home in Dillsburg, and I also have them at the Cozy Craft Nest, which is my new venture. That is the Crafters Airbnb for retreat weekends, etc. Have a club down there as well, and that's in South of Gettysburg. So keep that in mind if you're interested, or we can figure out how to make it work for you long distance. I've had long distance members over the years as well. All right, I think that's it. What are we going to play with tonight, Lori? Well, let me tell you. We are going to play with Painted Lavender, right? I love this. We are also going to play just with the die. Well, no, we're using a greeting, the Perennial Postage. This is a suite of products, along with some other goodies that we're going to show you, like these beautiful purple gems. The last sneak peek had to be with purple, right? Come on. If you know me, you know it had to be with purple. So there's some beautiful gems there. I'm looking for my other product I brought from the collection. These cute little butterflies. We're going to play with them. We're just using them as they are tonight, but I did just color one just to see what it would look like. Oh, so pretty. I did it with, yeah, Road Trip. There you go. I did it with a blend, and then I flipped it over, and it gave it a really cool, I wish I'd have kept it handy. I would show it to you. It gave it a really cool mottled look. So yeah, so that's fun. Okay. But yeah, so these are the 2 bundles that are in that product suite. The Painted Lavender, that one is $45.75 for the bundle. Look at all the dies. Haven't gotten this one on magnetic sheet yet. I'm trying to make myself do it when I'm playing with a new stamp set right away, put it on a magnetic sheet. I apparently failed with this one. But you get all the things to cut out your stamped images, your little flowers, your little butterflies here. And then you've got some standalone floral and greenery images as well. So that is the Painted Lavender bundle. And then Perennial Postage is all about words. And you've got, you mean the world to me. I can't thank you enough. Big hugs. Your love beyond measure. Thank you for your friendship. Here for you always. Sending love and wishes. I know you will get through this. And happy Mother's Day. And then check out the dies, guys. Dies, guys. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did, didn't it? There are 12 dies here. Most of them are rectangular shapes with a postage stamp edge to them, if you will. Here is a cancellation mark from postage. Here we have like a little tag. You can make them into tags, a label, another option for your tags with the little circles, right? So there, did I say there's 12 dies here? So if there's So that means there's 9 of the rectangles. And even here, these are more square orientation. You have 2 squares. So those are going to be fun. I see lots and lots of layering with those. Of course, the purple gems in Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Blackberry Bliss. Blackberry Bliss is actually part of the beautiful designer series paper. And I happen to bring that with me as well. Although I had to open a new pack because I had decimated the one pack I've been working with. So here is what the pretty paper looks like. This is called Perennial Lavender. And it has Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky throughout the different patterns. Did it say crumb cake? Because I think I see crumb cake. Okay, it does not say crumb cake. As a matter of fact, there is not a brown listed, but I think that looks like crumb cake. What do you guys think? You think that looks like crumb cake? All right, so then let's find the next pattern here. Whoops. I think my fingers are still on vacation. They don't want to pick up tiny little things. Look at that one. Love that. So pretty. And then I also love the back of that, of course, because it's purple. And if you like Queen Anne's lace, look at this. Love this pattern as well. I don't think there's a pattern in here I don't love, to be honest with you. I know that's shocking, you know, because it's purple, all things. This one's always fun to play with and cut so that you get the maximum usage in your card fronts with it. And then there's a great little check pattern. Another pretty Shaded Spruce and Gorgeous Grape, Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather. Look at that gorgeous grape pattern. Ooh, love it, love it, love it. And then I think this was the last one. Here's all of our greens, Lost Lagoon, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, along with the purples. Such a pretty pattern. And then just some greenery on the back, which makes a nice background, right? All right, so that is, sorry, that is the Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. And we are playing with that tonight as well. So let's jump into our cards, shall we? And there is our first one. Love this. Actually, I created this one for my team meeting back in December. I tried to give them a bunch of sneak peeks that they could use as well in their business. So we did some designing with some of the newer products that I was able to do in my pre-order. We have a base of Shaded Spruce. And if you're ever looking for an easy way, I mean, that's very pretty, just laid right on there, right? But if you're looking for an easy way to make a designer paper pop, just put a layer of basic white behind it, right? Especially if you're going onto a darker base, like we are here with the Shaded Spruce. Okay, so this is just basic layering that we're going to do. I'm looking all around because my setup was kind of changed. So I've got, I think I have better lighting. What do you guys think? Does the lighting seem a little bit better? It's going to get even better because we did all this. We cleaned up the table, replaced the background, all of that. And then we forgot to put the one lamp up. So stay tuned for that to happen. That's what you call when you're on overload, right? You're trying to get, what's that old saying? You're trying to fit 10 pounds of potatoes into a 5-pound bag. That's my life. That is my life. Okay, so we're just going to add a layer of the Shaded Spruce right across the center. This is, other than the die cutting, this is a fairly straightforward, simple card. I'm going to go ahead and layer that. All right, and Lori forgot, and she knew she would, so I have some in the drawer beside me. I was supposed to cut my basic white countryside corner out of that white paper, but I did not. So we'll grab a piece of scrap here that I have handy. I even cleaned up my drawers. Now I don't know where anything is. You guys do that when you clean? Oh, I cleaned out all my cabinetry, everything. It was crazy. In our storage area, we got so much space back in there. So we are going to use the countryside corner dies for our layering. I think it's these two right here. These are on magnetic sheet. Yep. There we go. Everybody's quiet tonight. What you doing? What you thinking? What was the best part of your holiday? So we're going to run that one through, and we're going to run that one through. And I'm going to take these over here and do them beside me on the die cutting machine so I don't shake the whole table. Did you have a memorable moment on your holiday? So there is our white layer. Got to get used to the new camera location too. I'm laying things out and I'm like, you can't see that. You can't see that. And then there is our gorgeous grape layer. Of course, those are going to get matted, but first we're going to do a little stamping. Oh, that is so cool, Debbie. That is awesome. I bet you did. That's fabulous. What a nice keepsake to have. So we are using Gorgeous Grape and Shaded Spruce are our colors that we're using. If you're hopping on, don't forget to say hi so we know you're here watching with us. And I'm gonna do the purple first. Otherwise, I will definitely not. Hey, Thelma, thank you. Thelma, you won the cards from the last time, so I'll bring them to club for you. This is hard white on white for me. Here. Let's do it this way so I can see where my top is. Oh my gosh, I just got chills with that one. That is awesome. So he's got, son of a gun. Okay, there's two sides to every piece of paper. That is awesome. So he has the whole thing now. That's fabulous. There we go. I think because I was trying to do it and I had that on the back side was the problem. So now we'll put our greenery down there, the stems. I love how easy it is to line those up. Pull away our scrap paper. These countryside corner dies are really fabulous for layering, and I tend to forget about them because I keep my dies that coordinate with the stamp set rubber banded to the stamp set, so they're in a different location than where my general dies are. But these are really great general dies. Pop that in the center. Yes, I wanted to make sure we were opening on the right-hand side before I completely glued it down. Hey, Linda, good to see you. How have you been? And then I have the For You. This is out of Layering Leaves. Sorry, guys, my voice is, I didn't talk to anybody today, so my voice is funky. The Layering Leaf stamp set. This has a lot of great greetings in it as well, and plus a great spackle stamp. Yes, I'm a little rusty. Can you tell? That's what happens when you take a week off. We're going to stamp our For You on there. Close up the ink pad so I do not lay my hand in it. Should have seen my hands today. I had every color you could imagine on my hands. My black ink pad went flying and of course landed on my hands. And there was another one that I just I think I was re-inking one and it just went everywhere. I was like, seriously, what is happening here? Okay, we're gonna grab some dimensionals or some pieces and parts of dimensionals, if you will. Pop that onto our circle. I'm also trying to get in the habit of putting my tools back in my tool holder so that I'm not looking for them all the time. And then on the inside, I made it a little birthday card with the pansy patch greeting. You know, that's one of my favorite. Thanks, Thelma. You know, that's one of my favorite greetings, birthday greetings. And that's one I fully expect to see retire this year. Because I think it's been in the catalog a couple of years. And we could even put some flowers down in the corner if we wanted to on this one. The other thing we can do, because they're flat, right? The brushed brass butterflies, that is a mouthful. We can actually take one of the little guys and just pop them right there, and it's flat, so it's not going to cause a lump or a bump in your, oh, thank you, Carol, in your mailing. And let's add some butterflies on the outside as well. So there's a large one there. I'm going to pop a small guy up here and then a small guy right there. And then, of course, we have to use the purple gems. What kind of a purple lover would I be if we didn't use the purple gem, right? So these are in 2 sizes. And again, it is Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather and Blackberry Bliss, or maybe it's Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape and Blackberry Bliss. Now I'm questioning myself. And I think I used, yeah, I did. The large Gorgeous Grape. What do you think? I love that card. Of course, I'm a little prejudiced. Thanks, Linda. Because it is, of course, my purples. Okay, so that is project number 1, using the beautiful Perennial Lavender. I'm going to put these back in their sleeve because we are going to use them. I don't know why I'm putting them back in their sleeves, but we are going to use them on additional projects tonight. Okay, so here we go. How about this one? Again, we're playing with the pretty papers. Of course, purple. Yep. Yepers. Okay. So this time we're going to use Gorgeous Grape as our card base. Okay. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then this brown that is a mysterious. I love this sweet too. I really do. Not identified color, but I'm saying it's crumb cake. So, you know. This side of the page, it's a little darker than what we used to have, but we used to have this, and I can't remember what it was called, and some of you have been around with me, you might remember. Remember the other neutral papers we had that were kind of a speckled background? I know we had them in white, and I know we had them in vanilla. And that's where my memory goes, okay, that's enough. We're not going to remember anymore. Cannot for the life of me remember what they were called anymore. That's happening more and more. I don't think I like that. Clean up a stamp or two here real quick. Thank you, guys. I always forget how long the delay is because I'm coming in through Zoom. All right, so we are going to take a piece of scrap here, and we're going to stamp a stem and our flowers. Okay. And I'm probably going to bring back in that piece of basic white. I'm going to try my best to keep this as clean as I possibly can for as long as I possibly can. So shaded spruce again. I do love the shaded spruce with, not that stamp though, the shaded spruce with the purples. We'll try the stem. Okay. And then we're going to grab our gorgeous grape and our Highland heather. Now we need 2 of these, but I did pre-cut one so that could save us a little bit of time. So here is Highland heather, and I'm using the larger floral image for the lighter shade. And then I'm using the gorgeous grape, or the darker, for the thinner or more detailed, or not detailed, more solid image. So we get our 2-tone floral imagery going. Now, I need to also stamp the thinking of you. I'm pretty sure I did that in the Highland heather, so let's grab that. Well, now that I see that, I might have done it in gorgeous grape. Flip it over and do the other side in gorgeous grape. Nice thing with starting with the lighter color, I don't have to clean the stamp in between, right? Yep, I did do it in gorgeous grape. Okay. No worries. So we're going to go back to the painted lavender dies. And we're going to grab the stem and the floral die. And the thinking of you actually comes from Wonderful Thoughts. And this is one of those that has the tight dies for around the words. I kept it attached to the paper so it would be easy for me to find. But look at all the dies. And that's the flower that I used on one of the Just Cards for this month. So some hearts in here, some labels, just straight on labels, and then to cut around the detail on your greetings. This is Wonderful Thoughts. This is actually in the annual catalog now. This is something you can order now. The bundle is $53. So, all right. So I'm going to, again, I should bring my mini over here or get a second mini and keep it by my station because I could show you the mini on the die cutting. And that might not shake the table quite as much as the large machine does. You know, I don't want you getting seasick while you're watching me or anything. Grab a little Post-it note tape to hold everything where I think I want it. Sometimes it's a surprise, right? Sometimes it doesn't stick, like it just did to me. It sounds like my husband is sumo wrestling upstairs. I can't wait to find out what he was doing. If you live in a 2-story house, do you have that situation? Like you're like downstairs or you're upstairs working and you're hearing these noises and you're like, what could that possibly be happening down there or up there? Yes, that is the life living in a 2-story house or 3-story in our case. And then we're going to go ahead and cut out that thinking of you while we're here. Okay. I love how that just cuts so nice and tight to the image. We'll put these somewhere safe so that I don't send them scattering all over my table. That would be bad. And then we have one more die cut to do, and that is from the nested labels. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I love these dies. These did make it to a magnetic sheet, obviously. They are great for layering. And you have the 3 different images, the banners. I call this a label, and then the rounded rectangles, if you will. Great, great set. Again, this is in the annual catalog, so it's available for purchase now. And I'm going to center that on there and run that through as well. So are you in the path of this snowstorm we're supposed to be getting? That's coming to South Central Pennsylvania, apparently. Well, Pennsylvania, apparently. I don't think we're going to get hit very hard. They're saying 1 to 3 inches the last I looked. But apparently it's going to be quite something. So this piece I'm going to hold on to because I can do something with that for sure, right? And then this piece, and I should have done it all at the same time. That's what I get for talking when I'm die cutting. But we are going to run this through and cut the center out of this now. And I could have layered them together and done it, like I said, all at one time, but I did not. Okay. So there is our outside layer. And guess what? We're just going to flip it over and use the inside layer for the center. No waste that way, right? And the dies are dancing. Everywhere the dies are dancing. Every one of them that I had put protectively somewhere that they would not get lost has now gone scattered all over my table. So we're throwing them in a magnetic bowl. Okay. That out of the way, put these away. And we'll finish our card. A little more die cutting in this one, right? But still fairly straightforward. I'm going to grab a silicone pad, which is our friend when we are doing tiny adhesive. And I could use my Tombow liquid glue for this. But I chose to use my seal for right now. And we're going to get that as centered as we can onto our card front. There we go. And then I'm going to put the center that we cut out of it, right? Put the adhesive on. I think that purple is so rich, the way it's kind of marbled on there. Just make sure your flowers are going up and down and not down and up when you mount your center, when you're using that designer series paper. We've got our other flower already done. As well as our greenery. Put that silicone pad away a little too soon. So we're going to add some adhesive. And mount our flowers. I love that the adhesive doesn't stick to the silicone pad. You can use hot glue. You can use, of course, the seal, the Tombow liquid glue, glue dots, pretty much anything on here, and it does not stick. And I absolutely love that. And we are going to mount them right there, just with the seal. Why do I keep putting the silicone pad away? Okay. So I want one to be kind of at an angle, more of an angle, and a little lower. And then the other one is going to come like this. Make sure they're nice and mounted. And then our thinking of you, I am going to pop up with some mini dimensionals. Do you use mini? I think I might have asked you this before. Do you use mini dimensionals or regular dimensionals more? I remember the days before we had mini dimensionals, and we cut our dimensionals to achieve the mini effect, if you will. I've got a piece of white baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack that I use double. You know, I like to double that. And we're going to pop that right there with a glue dot. And just took the knot right to the glue dot on the paper. And then the inside, again, we could stamp flowers on it. I left it blank for simplicity. Gives you a little bit more room to write. But you can always decorate the inside of your cards. But I do usually, now I have some older cards here that I did not always put a white center in to do our greetings, but I do now almost always, unless of course it is a white card base, then I do not. Right? Yeah, pretty even for Linda. Boy, my eyes are like playing games with me. Mostly large ones, Debbie said, regular. You feel you're hoarding your minis. Thelma uses both. Yeah, I have to say I'm probably more the full size. I really am. Okay, so again, we're going to go with the gorgeous grape. You could put the Highland Heather on here because we use the Highland Heather, right? Color with our flowers. I'm going to run out of gorgeous grape very quickly, I can tell. I'm just about there, especially with the big ones. And then we just add our little accent down here. And there is card number 2. And I'll tell you, they brought out the black ones, which I think are great for Halloween because, you know, a lot of us make dark black cardstock bases at Halloween, but I never use them. I have them and I forget that I have them, I think. All right, so there's project number 2. Totally different look by using the gorgeous Grape behind and then using that crumb cake pattern, which I'm calling it crumb cake. Lightens it up a little bit. This one is a little bit more jewel toned and rich, right? Would you like a third one? You saw this pretty paper in the Freebie Friday last week too, I think, right? Isn't that what I had up for Freebie Friday last week? If you don't know what Freebie Friday is, then that means you're not on my newsletter distribution, and you definitely want to sign up on that link under the video, because I send out a project sheet, a free project sheet every Friday. I cannot say those words together. A free project sheet every Friday in my newsletter, in addition to reminders about events, specials, classes, things that might be going on. Sure, you missed me. I missed you too. All right, let's do one more. There are some changes coming in my schedule, so you're going to want to stay tuned. I'll talk about that at the very end. But we're going to make a little fun fold card. Okay, and it just opens up like that. Isn't that cute? And it will stand, so you can stand it just like that. I know that's hard to see on camera. You can spread it out a little farther, make it a little wider, or stand it up a little taller. Either way will work. And we're going to use the butterflies, but we're just going to use him in white, just because I wanted to pull off of the white label. Okay. All right. So, whoa, things are falling. You didn't even tell me what Friday was. Verna liked the first one better than the second one. That's good. Yeah, I know. Well, and with the actual holiday being on Monday, I think it threw everybody off. I mean, I know Rick and I had no idea what day it was or where we were or even what state we were in sometimes. He woke up one night and he's like, I didn't know where I was. I didn't know if I was at home, if I was in a hotel, if I was somewhere else. It was bad. It was bad. Okay, so we are using crumb cake. Look at that, as our card base. And oh, I thought somebody took my cutter already. I'm like, dear goodness, I just got this area set up again. We are going to cut the front flat. Yep. Apparently we were cutting something else. So we are going to line this up at 1.5. Okay. And we're going to cut up to the score line. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, although I'm going to come down. And I know I could use the 1.5 smaller measurements, but I wanted to make sure I hit 1.5 on both sides. Then, and we're going to take the arms, line this up just like so. So this fold, I'm making sure is not being embossed. You would probably not notice it, but we're just going to keep it right there at the top and then close the arm and emboss those two arms, if you will. So I'm going to put it through the die cutting and embossing machine going like this. Because remember, you never want your fold in the back. You usually want it going through at the very top, but worst case scenario over on the side. Okay. It just protects it from getting too much pressure, if you will, that could cause the split of the folded side. And of course, it is a 3D folder, so we're definitely grabbing our specialty plate. And then we're going to pull this out of the embossing folder. And that's how we got some embossing on the edges. And it was going the right direction. Ask me how I learned that lesson. I like to make all the mistakes so you don't have to. But yes, the first time I designed the card, actually, I think it is this card. No, I fixed it. They were upside down. The flowers were upside down. We're just going to seal these edges right down. And I have no idea if this has a name. I kind of took an easel card I'm doing in my club this month and kind of converted it into this. So if it has a name, I apologize. I don't know what it is. I just call it a fun flap. A fun flap card. Here is another pattern from that pretty Perennial Lavender. We are using Blackberry Bliss this time. I wanted to change up those colors from the Highland Heathers and the Gorgeous Grapes and the Shaded Spruce, right? Okay. So this is going on a layer of Blackberry Bliss. Ideally straight. Okay. And then we're going to center that on the flap. I'm going to open it up so I can see the edges. Makes it a little bit easier to get it centered. Okay. So there we have that portion. And then we're going to reopen these sides because Lori forgot to put the layer inside. You guys do this ever? I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you're much smarter than me. And always remember, put your insides in before you tape your sides down. Okay, so we're going to put a layer of Blackberry Bliss in there. Yes, that is cut right. For a minute, I thought it was cut too long. I see red. I'm not mad. I'm running out of tape. So we're just going to put that in there like so. And now we can bring these back down. Burnish those a little bit. No, see, she didn't put her bone folder away. Now I can't find it. Go. There we go. Okay. All right, so we have a layer of Blackberry Bliss and a layer of that pretty designer series paper. I'm going to go ahead and mount those. And that would be the end of that one. So we'll move to the next one. This Lori did not cut to the right length, however. So let me fix that. So if truth be told, I designed this card at 7 o'clock. So it was a little rush to get pictures and measurements and all that. So I will put measurements up for all 3 cards in the description below if you want to remake these. That way you'll have the measurements. That was enough. Yep, it was. There we go. Now, we want to be careful when we mount this because we're only mounting it to the center flap. So we're going to put the adhesive right on the center flap and nowhere else. And we're just going to center it between the side or edges of the card itself. That looks pretty good. I had a bleed in my eye yesterday, so everything is just a little crooked to me. My apologies if it's also crooked to you. It's just a little bit off. All right, so I have my layer of Blackberry Bliss for my greeting, but we are going to play with those perennial postage labels or dies. I think it was this guy right here. I'm going to do him out of white. Yep. So we'll run him through quick. I do love this bundle, and not just because of the purples. I really think it has a lot of great products in the suite that you can use in so many ways. Let me put that away because you know what will happen. That one definitely has to get onto a magnetic sheet, huh? Or it will be gone forever. Okay, we are using one of the greetings from Perennial Postage, and we are using the Blackberry Bliss ink. Changing up the inks too. If you're watching, remember to say hi. Let us know that you're here. I do give away the projects every week. That is way crooked. So you can be entered into the drawing by saying hello, sharing the video, giving me a thumbs up. All of those things will get you entered into the drawing for the projects. Okay, that was a little crooked, but better. I feel like the camera zoomed out on me again. That's on the list for this year, is to find different software. This we're going to pop up on dimensionals or pieces and parts because I have a lot. Look, an actual dimensional. Go figure. And I even have my little thing here and I cleaned it out. And you think I remember to use it? No. I need one at my design station too. I keep waiting for Rick to get the sympathy card from Amazon because I've slowed down considerably compared to where I was when I was outfitting the Cozy Craft Nest. And then the bottom ones on here are the Blackberry Bliss. So we are going to use those across the bottom of this card. They're so pretty. Probably prettier in real life than you can tell on camera. And then our butterfly. So there are 40 butterflies in here. They're called paper butterfly accents. You do want to be careful when pulling a sheet out because they're snug, right? So you don't want to tear them, but it will slide out for you. But I'll tell you, it's not going back in. So I recommend either finding a different container once you've taken the plastic off to put them in, or punch them all out and put them in a Ziploc bag or some other kind of plastic container so that you don't bend them. They will color very nicely. As I said, I did it with the blends. I want to try doing it with the blending brush, more pouncing than blending motion, simply because I think the blending motion will kind of mess up the antennae and all of that. But like I said, I did color that one with. I was looking for my glue. I did color the one with the blends, and it came out. It was pretty on the side that I colored, but I thought it was even prettier on the back side. These are not self-adhesive, as you can tell. That I'm using the glue. So there's that. But so while I'm struggling to put glue on my butterfly here, there we go. We will talk about changes that are coming. with my schedule. My next live will be Sunday night at 8 over on my Facebook page. And I will be moving. Well, I will not be doing Thursdays at 10 on Facebook for the foreseeable future. Whether I bring those back or not somewhere down the line. There may be special Thursdays that we do things. I'm looking at technique training for you all. So I might be doing some technique Thursdays. And then we'll be doing what was typically coffee and cards theme over on Facebook. We'll be moving that here to YouTube. Okay. So don't look for me Thursday mornings on a regular basis over on Facebook. Those will be special events that we'll have over there. All right, and then just for the inside of our card, we're going to do a nice little thank you from Go To Greetings. I feel like it's been forever since I played with Go To Greetings because we've been doing nothing but Christmas, right? I did that in the Blackberry Bliss as well. So I'll be live Sundays and Tuesdays on a regular basis. Thursdays on I honestly couldn't cut here at the last minute tonight. Thursdays on a special, which I'll announce online when I am going to be on. But as a regular rule, I won't be on Thursday mornings. I'm going to be in Gettysburg at the Craft Nest a lot. So at this point, I'm not broadcasting from down there. That may change. That's why I say for the foreseeable future, because, you know, things are open to change. But for right now, it will be Sundays and Tuesdays that I will come play with you. Okay. There we go. There is project number 3 using Blackberry Bliss instead of the normal purple and shaded spruce. We changed it up. Here was project number 1, and here is project number 2 along with. So there you go, guys. That is, sorry, the Perennial Lavender suite of products. I think I used everything, the gems, the butterflies, the paper, the dies, the stamped images. I love that suite of products. It will be available starting January 4th. If you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with and you're in the US, you can shop my website, addictedstamper.stampinup.net. There is the January host code. And this would obviously earn you not only the Just Cards for free for the month, if you're long distance, just the $4 postage, you would also qualify for the free embellishment pack for January. So keep that in mind. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Share the video. Be sure you have subscribed to my channel so you get notified when I'm live. And until Sunday night at 8 over on Facebook, I hope you have a fabulous week. Stay safe, and I can't wait to stamp with you again. Take care. Thanks, everyone. Bye.